Welcome back. Glad you're with us. This is so important to know. Up to 5 million older Americans, according to the latest numbers, are really at risk every year, losing billions to fraudsters. Well, our financial professional, John Vandergriff from Blue Ridge Wealth Planners, joins us now to share some of the most common scams targeting seniors. It's always good to see you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about why fraudsters target seniors. Some of the answers are obvious, sadly.
Yeah. Well, it's a combination of two factors that make them an easy target. So you've got an aging demographic where cognitive abilities are slipping, but also a time where somebody has maximized their financial years to be able to have enough money to stop working. And so the assumption is if somebody is not working, they've got a lot of money and they become an easy target. And so on an annual basis, what you're looking at is about $36.5 billion a year that gets, taken from seniors in fraudulent activity, which is a pretty staggering number.
Staggering and so sad. It really makes me angry because these are our vulnerable people and we learn from their wisdom through the years too. So you hate to see them taken advantage of like this. And it can start small. These fraudsters are really smart in many cases.
Yeah, and I was talking about, with us off screen, but, I had a client who had emailed us and had an unfortunate case where he said he had throat cancer, wouldn't be able to talk on the phone but needed money, which sounded fishy but sort of legitimate. And luckily we've got enough checks and balances in place to be able to check out some things before that happens. Right. And so what we've got to make sure is we educate people.
So that was a scam.
Yeah, it was somebody had hacked into his email and was trying to get that. And so
trying to scam a financial planner, that's pretty brazen.
Well, it's just people are trying to get money any way that they can.
Yeah.
And so some of the traditional ways that we view this fraudulent activity seems like, oh, well, these things are very obvious, but it's starting to become more legitimate, more things that we've got to make sure that we have enough checks and balances in place to where we don't get in trouble. Yeah. And making sure that we are educating, the older generations that we have in our family or friend groups that, letting them know what all is going around so that they're not the next target.
That's true. We have to be so mindful of those in our family. And as you were just talking about, educate seniors. And also, as we see right here, check in with your loved ones. I know my dad was saying, oh, I met a friend. I have a friend, a nice young man in Guatemala, and he just needed $20. I said, Dad, you don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So it appeals to pulling your heartstrings too.
Well, and I think here in East Tennessee, the best thing about this area is the people and the heart that people have, and so it's unfortunate that that becomes a target, and people know how to manipulate people in such a way where that becomes a very effective strategy. And like we were talking about earlier, if they spent that much time working at legitimate things, they would be able to make a living. But unfortunately, they spend their time trying to scam people out of things.
It takes a lot of energy to be a scammer. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about some other things, because I know, we have routine safety checks here at work where, we're reminded that some of these emails we get, there are misspellings. There are other grammatical errors and things like that that may be tough to catch if you do have a cognitive decline.
Well, and even for us, I know from a fraudulent activity, sometimes people will try to mimic real email addresses and real people, but they'll make little extra words that are hard to notice. And so we had somebody who was trying to impersonate FINRA email us as advisors to try to get information from the business. So it's not just seniors, we all need to be aware of those things, but especially that aging demographic with, maybe some struggles with technology, having some things that they look to and are wanting to be helpful. And making sure that they're not in a position where they put themselves in a bind, because especially when you're in that retirement phase of life, you don't have the means to replace those monies.
Right.
When you're younger, you may, give some money away and it may be something that didn't turn out to be legitimate, but life goes on, you get paid the next pay period.
Yeah.
These people may just have Social Security and maybe their savings to fall back on, and we need to make sure they're taking good care of that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.